I haven't had a drink since September the 24th, 1986. I know. Oh. Thank you so much. What a lovely response. Thanks. I wasn't expecting. Can I just ask, what would your response have been if I said I haven't had a wank since September 24th? Quite right, because that would have been a much greater feat of self-discipline and restraint. It's very underrated, the giving up of masturbation as a feat of will, because it's never been done, let's face it. It's a mythical achievement. Yeah, so I haven't had a drink for all that period of time. And, people still say to me, they say, oh, well, at least you can remember what you did last night. Yeah, nothing. But even when I was drinking, I used to drink quite heavily. I have to say the Yard of Ale did not really feature heavily for me. It's not an alcoholics thing. It's a gimmick, really. You never go past Waste Ground and see a group of blokes passing around a yard of ale, It's too cumbersome. Has anyone brought snacks tonight? You're kidding me. This show is, I think it's 4 hours 20. No, I take snacks to everything. I don't know if this is an age. you can get popcorn now in sort of... I take popcorn to basically any event I go to. Can I say, by the way, if there's any women in here tonight, just a little word of advice, any women who are in a new relationship, can I say this? A very popular date early on in a relationship is a lovely night at the cinema. Now, if your new man takes you to the cinema and he says, would you like some popcorn? Say, oh, yes, I will, please. I'll have sweet. Because if you say, I'll have salty, he'll think, worth knowing. That's what they like. I know you're thinking, not Gareth. Yes, Gareth. That's at that stage, they're looking for clues. Don't fall into that trap. I went to the cinema with a good mate of mine, actually, and he said, I'll get the popcorn, and he knows I always have the biggest box. Sweet, I have. I don't want anyone waiting outside in forlorn hope. So I went, I'm sitting in the cinema, and I saw him coming down the aisle with the big box and stuff, and he had... a fucking Toblerone he had for himself. Toblerone in the cinema. It's quite a difficult thing to take on in bright light. It's fine. I don't think I've ever eaten a Toblerone without some bruising. It's like eating a fucking afro comb. And unbreakable. If you try and break... I got my finger wedged once in the gap between two of the pyramids things. Just like, so he had that. I thought, well, good luck with that. And then he had a bag of Maltesers as well. I thought, gone for it. And then he says to me, bit of a treat, and he tipped the Maltesers into my popcorn. I didn't want that. Really, it spoiled. I couldn't say anything because it was a nice gesture, but he handed them over and the lights went out. They didn't even feel the same. Do you know what I mean? I could feel the smooth, creamy exterior and then the dry, flaky alternative. And I think for the first time I understood the choice that Prince Charles had when there were 3 people in that marriage. Full credit to him, though. A lot of men, would have gone for smooth and creamy, but no, he went for popcorn. I respect him. Sort of spongy, scaly thing. It's always what's inside that counts.